Welcome to another edition of the Story Behind the Car. I'm with Ashley, and she just was telling me her nickname, and she's one of the drivers here at the great race. And Ashley, what is your nickname?
So my nickname is Leadfoot Larry. I recently got it back. Well, can I restart that?
No, just keep going.
Okay, I'm gonna restart. Okay. So my name is Leadfoot Larry. I got the nickname back in high school. I got a speeding ticket, and the way I got out of it was by telling the cop I had a lead foot. So everyone just kind of let me get with it, and I became Leadfoot Larry. Yeah.
And your last name is Larry, you were saying?
My last name is Larry, so
Yeah.
it's Ashley Lary. Yeah.
And so, where do you live?
I'm from South Dakota. I'm from the Black
Okay.
Hills. Yeah.
And how did you get involved in the great race?
So, I'm part of the Jessi Combs Foundation. I got the scholarship a couple years ago. The Jessi Combs Foundation puts women through trade schools, and through them I was able to go to SEMA, and I met a big group of people out at SEMA, and they started this content creator bracket this year. And I also worked with the Jessi Combs Foundation to get the blazer. This was actually Jessi's old blazer. And through them, I was able to completely rebuild it. Jeg sponsored me to come do this great race with all of it.
Yeah?
And after that, I just kind of showed up, and it all just worked out great.
And is this your truck now?
No, it's still the foundation's.
Okay.
I built it so multiple women can come in and race it. I'll be driver for most of it, and we'll switch out navigators.
Yeah.
And then it's got a big, long story behind it, but pretty much did the build in 4 months.
Wow.
So, yeah, I was supposed to have a year. I was supposed to be taking this to King of the Hammers next February. And then this sponsorship just kind of came out of nowhere, and
Yeah.
I came here and had to get it completely frame-off restored in 4 months.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, my first time fully driving it was here. I had driven it up the road and back to my house twice. And then
So this
off
is
to the
truly
trailer.
a shakedown cruise for you.
This is a shakedown cruise, and
Yeah.
we've been killing it. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So can you tell me about the truck? And you can also intersperse stories about the great race, give people an idea of
Yeah.
all about it.
So this is a 1972 GMC Jimmy, much like the Blazer, just the GMC version.
Yes?
It currently, you want to know like what it has and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the stickers, I'm assuming, are sponsors?
The stickers are all sponsors of the Great Race right now. So Jegs is the primary sponsor for this vehicle. There's 5 of us that are sponsored for this race right now, and we're all kind of friends. So we got a couple rivalries. I'm Jegs, my friend other Ashley is Summit. So it's
Yeah.
like fun little things that we get to do here. The rest of these are all sponsors of the Great Race, so we have to put their stickers on.
Yeah.
Which is cool. It makes it look like a race car.
Yeah. And does Jegs help you with your fuel and your hotel and that sort of thing? Or
So Jegs helped me with all of the parts and paying for the race submission fee to get
Okay.
me here. Yes, so they covered everything up to this point, and then the foundation, since it is technically their rig, they're paying for the fuel.
Okay, good.
Yes, yep. So that's their contribution to
Yeah.
it. Yep.
And do you have a job that you have to take time off?
I had to take 5 months off of work to finish this build.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I took a month off right before the build to go to Moab with Easter Jeep Safari. And then after that one, I had to come right back and jump into this. So it's been 5 months off of work to get this done.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been making zero money, but we made it here, and the experience is all worth it. We've been having such a great time. We had the shakedown test yesterday, the practice one, and today we're here, and we didn't have a single problem. We killed it out there. So,
That is amazing.
yeah, for a 4-month build, I'm so happy.
Yeah. And do you mind if I walk around and we can
Yeah,
talk
go
while I
for
walk
it.
around and look
Yeah.
at it? And can we see the inside?
Of course. So, do you know who Jessi Combs was?
I do not.
So she was the fastest woman on earth. She was.
Oh,
she
yes.
broke world land speed record, but unfortunately passed away doing so.
Yes.
So she started this build, was building it with her dad, and unfortunately he passed away shortly after, so it never got done. It came to me completely torn apart, just a complete rust bucket. And right before that, though, when Jessi was still in college, also my co-driver is Jessi Combs' mom, Nina.
Oh, hi.
Yes,
Hi,
that's my
Nina.
co-driver there. Yes. So Jessi actually reupholstered these seats when she was in college, learning to be a mechanic and everything.
Okay.
So,
Can we donate to Jessi Combs Foundation?
yes, you can. I will.
Google it, or do you have?
I think I have a card if you want. Yes.
And you can mention that, and I'll have it on the video and
Yeah.
as well.
So,
She was awesome. Oh, is it really?
She was an amazing woman, and the foundation has a very good, what they're trying to do is amazing. They are putting all women through any trade school. So they're giving out scholarships to help them out. I got the scholarship back in 23 now,
Okay.
which is crazy to say, and I went to school for automotive technology.
Jeg's a sponsor too.
Jegs is a huge sponsor of this build, yes. Yes, Jegs covered all the parts to get this done in 4 months. Okay, I might not have the card, but I can give you the link. Yeah, if you go to our Instagram page at the Jessi Combs Foundation, you can donate there. The website is linked under the page.
Okay.
Yes. But yeah, that's,
Great.
yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
And down to the frame. I see that it looks like
Down
the
to
frame.
the frame, yeah.
Yeah.
When I first got this thing, there was body bolts put in through the holes, but no nuts holding them together. So
Okay.
it came to me on transport from Arizona, and the whole way it was just shifting and denting itself. Oh, it was so rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and nothing was put together properly. But, I mean, I had to take everything apart and redo it all. The axles came out of a 72 3/4 ton Chevy.
Okay.
Yes, so those were actually in here before. Jesse's dad did that and just threw them in here. So I
When
had
did
to
they
go
start
through-
on the truck originally?
Originally, they started on it back in 17.
Okay.
Jesse made the seats in 05 for it. That's how long it's been in the family. It was Jesse's mom's to begin with.
Yes.
They grew up in this thing.
Okay.
So it was Jesse's mom's to begin with. And then her brother bought it from her in high school and sold it back to her. And then all the kids pitched in together to buy it for her dad. So, yeah. It's a whole,
And what is the significance of the? I see the bandana on
That's
the.
a great
Yes.
story,
Robot.
by the way. That's a great story. I heard that story.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Excuse me. Do you have any of these? with
I
you?
sure do.
I'd love a picture.
All my hero cards, yes, sir.
Sorry, brother. Yeah, the family story is it's so good.
Oh, well, now that I dug for them.
Thank you. Good
Of
luck.
course, thank you.
May I have one as well?
Yes, you may.
Thank
Would you
you.
like one,
Sure.
sir? Yeah. So,
And I was asking you about the bandana.
yes, so this is our tribute. So Jessie was a welder, fabricator as well, and we call her our modern day Rosie the Riveter, the woman that's always
Yeah,
flexing.
yeah.
That's our tribute to her is the polka dots. So
Okay.
Jessie, when she was still alive, she came out with these foundation bandanas with the polka dots. That was her thing.
Okay.
It's always trying to pay respect to the women before her that paved the way and bring in more women to do it as well.
Yes.
So we're trying to keep that legacy alive.
And you picked up the baton, I guess.
I did. I'm
Yeah.
so happy about it. Yes.
Yeah. Outstanding.
Yes.
And as we move around the truck,
Yes.
any addition? What's your favorite feature of the truck so far after building it and in rapid 4 months?
My favorite feature of it would probably be, well, the back hatch. Okay.
Yes.
It took me 2 weeks just to build the topper alone. The topper's fiberglass had completely broken out. We did all the body work in 2 weeks at Wyotech right before that. And when we transported it back, we didn't have the tailgate on because it had just been painted. It was 600 hours of labor in
Oh my
2
gosh.
weeks. So, I mean, we were busting butt and we put it together. This came out of the paint booth right before we had to take off. So when the back hatch came back, it was already all cracked and it was broken like 3 places. All the glass came out. So just redoing all of that and actually having a back hatch that works now
Yeah.
is probably one of my favorite parts. Being able to open it, take off the top. I
And-
love that it's a full removable top too.
And what is Wyotech?
So Wyotech is a college in Laramie, Wyoming.
Okay.
They are a technical college and they do everything from automotive restoration to diesel technology. So
Wow.
yes, they are a huge tech school. They're,
And you said you're from South Dakota, and I don't
I
recall
am.
the name of the town.
I'm from the Black Hills, so I'm
Okay.
like a little bit outside of Rapid. I
Yeah.
live in the middle of nowhere, so
Yeah.
yeah.
We've got friends in Brandon, South Dakota.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
Yeah.
so they're East River. I'm
Yes.
opposite side of the state, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can we see the engine?
Of course we can see the engine.
And I just realized you just rolled in, and I'm already dominating your time. You're trying to relax, probably.
I don't mind, please. I've been sitting in a car cooped up all day, so
Okay. And again, Jegs is your sponsor.
Jegs is our primary sponsor on this. So this is actually just a plain old small block 350.
Okay.
But behind the engine we have a 4L80E transmission. Eventually we do want to go rock crawling and off-roading with this. We'll turn it into a Baja rig. Hence why I lifted it up and everything.
Yeah.
But once we get to that part with the 4L80E, I have a TCI from Edelbrock on here that Bluetooths to my phone, so I can switch the gear ratios on it.
Holy
Super
cow.
fancy.
Yeah.
So it's been crazy cool. Yeah.
Is it a crate motor from Jegs?
It is not. This engine actually came out of a different 72 Chevy pickup.
Okay.
So it's an original to the year, but just a plain old small block 350. It's an old girl. When I got it, it was already sitting in there. I had to pull it out to reposition the transmission. Transmission came in on a couple of planks of wood sitting on the cross members of the truck. It was pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
So I had to drill new holes for it and get everything laid out to where it fit in there perfect since it didn't come stock. And pulled this out, didn't do any looking at it, made sure it had oil in it, no water, and I put it back in, and it's been running great.
That's
So,
amazing.
Yeah, we were playing the risky game of is it going to make it 2,500 miles? So,
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was at a car show this morning, and a guy was telling me about the grill on the GMC, that this was a unique grill for GMC.
It is a unique grill. So not only did they never come out with black ones, it was chrome when it got here. My new one is on back order.
Okay.
So, but they normally didn't have the same cross hatching in them either. The trucks had like a weird different one. But I painted it black to hide the rust. Sandblasted it, painted it black. It looks really good, actually. Don't look too close because I only spent like 5 minutes taking the dings out. So
Well, it looks great.
Yes.
And you're using it, and that's what's important.
Yes, the double headlights is special to these because the Blazers only had single headlights, so the Jimmys are more rare. You don't really see this front end on them. The rest is pretty similar to a Blazer, but that's what sets the Jimmy apart.
And what is the 9? Are you number 9?
I'm number 9 on this race. Yeah,
Okay.
I drew lucky number 9. We always joke it's 9 for Nina, and yes, so that's my co-driver.
Wonderful. And is there anything I haven't asked you about or we haven't talked about before we wrap up?
What can I think of? I don't think so. Do you,
Okay.
Do you know anything else?
No.
Yeah.
How does the race work? It's a timed event.
Yes.
And go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. So this race is not who's the fastest. So they give you pieces of papers so every morning they give you pieces of paper on how fast to go for different distances, and you take a time watch and you go through and you stop it at separate times, take your times off of that, and you calibrate your special speedometer that they give you for the race, which I can walk you over and show you in a second.
Yeah.
And after that, they take you have to take your speeds and the calibrations and apply them to the navigation points that they gave you. So they tell you turns that you have to go on. You don't always get a road name. They're going to say you turn this way and you go for 2 minutes, and then it's going to be the first paved road after that.
Okay.
And then they tell you to go different speeds along the way, and at every checkpoint they clock your time. And you don't always have to stop, but sometimes they'll even stop you and hold you for a couple minutes to get you started on the right track again.
Yes.
And then after all of that, at the end of the day, you have to hurry up, log your time, make sure nobody else slowed you down, because you can take time reports and, like, say I got stuck behind a tractor and couldn't pass them, I can log that and get going again. And then they take all of that and you get docked points if you're too early, too late, if you have too many people in the cart, which we kind of do. And also just take it all and accumulate it together. And then who's closest to the second that they determined when they first started is who's going to win the race. So,
and do they have a winner at each day, at each end of the day, or just the overall race?
So yesterday we did a trophy run to practice, and there was a winner there. And then now it goes all the way to the end of the race. So you have to make it all the way to Pasadena, California from here. So,
wow.
Yeah, it's a long race. It's going to be hot in the desert. I think a lot of people are going to fade out if their cooling systems are not up to par. And I think this year is going to be a very difficult race for this whole
I've
crew.
made the trip from California to St. Louis, and it's through the
it's
desert.
hard.
It's hot.
Yeah. Yes. So.
And so I guess the driver and the navigator are both involved, and it requires both of you to be working together.
Yes, you cannot do it alone. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would like to get the door, just shoot the door,
Yes.
and then can you show me the...
Yeah, so I actually have 2 navigators on this trip. Right now I have Nina, Jessi's mom, but she has to take off because her other daughter is graduating from med school.
Okay.
So taking over for her, I have Cindy Barlow, actually one of the ladies from Wyotech, who runs a lot of the, what would you call it? Industry relations.
Oh,
at
are you
Wyotech.
Cindy?
This is Cindy.
Okay.
Yes.
Hello, Cindy. My name's Tom.
Yes.
Nice meeting you.
Yeah, Cindy was a huge help. She was the one who got us here doing all the body work. She got us into their shop and set up the team that helped us accomplish this. So she's taking over for my navigator after that as well.
Okay.
So that's the special 2 names on the door.
Yeah,
Yes.
more girl power, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were going to show me the clock.
The special clock.
Yes.
So everyone that runs this race has to have a special speedometer. You can see on my dash, I taped off my original speedometer
Yes.
and my tack. So up there on the top is our special speedometer, and it only goes to 50 miles an hour. So anything over 50, you have to calibrate and go off of. Which there is times where like you're calibrating in the morning and it's 55 and stuff like that. So on the way here, we were going 65, and you just have to kind of go over the 50 and watch for it and do the best you can to get the right time.
Wow.
Luckily, I'm very fortunate to have 2 amazing navigators.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That really makes it complicated. If you go too fast, you got to slow down. And
Yes, you got to constantly be thinking for yourself. I wasn't completely calibrated today, I'm not going to lie, but
Yeah.
I just we took it and we guessed, oh, we were going a little too low here, so let's speed up over here. And it seemed to work out pretty decent for us. Yeah.
Well, Ashley, thank you so very much, and congratulations on making it to the first day, and give them hell out there.
Oh, you know I will.
Yeah. Well, thank you
sir.
again.
So great to meet you.
Thank you.
Yes.